Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Wallet Wisdom, a podcast presented by Lake Michigan Credit Union. If you're new to the podcast or have been listening for a while, Wallet Wisdom is designed around breaking down the ins and outs of financial aspects, as well as help bring answers to some of banking's more confusing or complex questions. Hey, I'm one of your hosts, Brett. As always, sharing the mic with me, my co-hosts. What's up, sis? Lo!
Hey, it's been a minute since we recorded, so this is really exciting.
It's good to be back in the studio. Man, lots changed. The weather, the leaves has just been, just kind of crazy.
Yeah, we're heading into fall.
Man.
Can't say I mind it, but we're in that weird transitionary phase where you're like, oh, shorts. Oh, no.
Yeah,
like parka. No,
yeah,
wait.
Maybe?
Flip-flops and parka and pants.
Both?
Shorts.
Yeah, it's definitely the season where you will begin to wear different layers so you can remove and add back when needed.
Or sweat profusely.
Or both. That's always a good choice. Well, as you can tell, nothing's changed for us here, guys. But we are so excited to have on the podcast again with us Community Relations Manager Aldina Babic. How are you?
I am doing better than you think I am today.
Man,
that's amazing.
I love to hear that.
Not only is she back on the podcast, but she's been out on maternity leave, so she's just back to LMCU in general. So it's wonderful.
Back to work and ready to go.
Yes.
And this is like such a great way to welcome me back.
Yeah.
So
we need to forgive you
back again.
Maybe for not being so in tune with adult conversation for a while.
Yeah,
okay.
Thank you. Thank you for putting that disclosure out there because it is much harder than
really
you think
is.
just to bounce back into not just do baby talk, but
do you
also
need a snacky?
Yes, yeah. Like the other day I was like writing an email and like hello like I'm bouncing it in my head. Yeah, so it's good to be back. Thank you for having me back on the show too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, as partners in this, Aldina, we love what you bring to the table, both for our community relations, but also just in the constant just passion you have for financial education and financial wellness for everyone. And so, obviously this podcast wouldn't be made possible without you and your team and just the support. So it's a privilege for us too. So we're so excited to have you on the show. And, I think, as listeners are gearing up for the busy holiday season, there's obviously, this is also the season of spending maybe a little more. We get our wallets up for those
do that
things.
in just one season? It's not like all the time. Oh, shoot.
Right? Exactly.
It's just a little bit more amplified during this time of year.
Cool.
That's right. But, Aldina, you have so many awesome tricks, tips, and strategies to really wrap our brains around saving, how to be maybe a little bit better disciplined. I know I need to still learn that lesson. And so, as I think myself and listeners as well are going into these busier seasons where gifting and, a little bit more spending or maybe it's not just the gifts, but it's also, hey, we're hosting Thanksgiving this year.
Food, man.
It's
all of
expensive.
the expenses involved with it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so how can listeners start to maybe begin approaching something like this? Maybe, obviously, at this point, it's hard to be proactive about, but it doesn't mean it's too late.
Correct.
But for the future and thinking about how, we can be smarter and be better prepared when we do head into busier seasons or maybe more heavy spending seasons.
Yeah. Well, this time of year, especially right now, everyone is already starting to think of ahead of the upcoming holidays and who they're thinking of, buying a certain gift for, and immediately the price tag involving that too. And this is generally the time of year too where stress is, getting a little bit bigger about the spending part of things, because now you're thinking, oh my goodness, I didn't save ahead of time. I should have done this at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
So just like you mentioned, it's not too late. Also, what a great way to now prepare yourself for the upcoming year while it's still fresh in your mind of saying, you know what, I'm not going to make the same mistake again next year. Starting January, I'm going to open a separate savings account and start putting money aside for that so that I'm more prepared when this time of year comes again next year. So So one way to do it is, for example, at Lake Michigan Credit Union, we have what's called a holiday savings club. And you basically throughout the year, you can put money into it, but it does restrict you from pulling it out, which that gives you that added discipline, which is a great thing. We all struggle with discipline and money. So it's not accessible to you easily. Of course, you can always go into one of the branch locations or, have them transferred for you via online and all of that, but it is still accessible to you, but not at your fingertips. Someone else is involved.
Hand smacked with just a small fee to say you're not supposed to touch that.
Which I think is so great because now you're putting money into that, and then when it's time to start your shopping for the holidays, you can pull it out at that time with no penalty. So I am a super fan of that. It works so well, and I've seen it in action. So being with Lake Michigan Credit Union for so many years, I've seen that in branches where people come in and now that money is in their checking account and they can start shopping, and they're excited because it's like a burden lifted off of them. They have the money available for them. If that doesn't work for you, then you can just go ahead and set aside a regular savings account. So you're still getting, good dividends added on that while you're saving for the holidays. So one thing that I do, I actually have a savings account that's called Celebrations because I don't know about you, but I celebrate throughout the whole year. And I love gifting other people. And under that Celebrations, you can put many different categories within that. So there's birthdays, there's, holidays, there is Boss's Day, there is,
weddings,
and thank you,
wedding,
showers, like baby showers, all of those.
Yes,
like really anything that you can think of. Okay, I would love to get them a card and a gift card in it, or I would love to go and buy them a gift off of the registry. So that's why I call it Celebrations. And you just, every payroll that I get, money automatically goes into that savings account. That way, by the time, let's say, Brett, your birthday is coming up. I'm like, I really want to get him a gift card. I can just go in there, transfer money out of it, and I'm good to go. I don't have to stress over, but this week I also have rent due and this and this and that. You already have money put aside. And
so smart.
I want to talk a little bit about just what you were kind of bringing up, because I think when a lot of us go into the holiday shopping time frame, we maybe are not thinking about what we've been saving up for to spend.
Correct.
And then we end up having to look at our already committed monthly expenses and say, what am I going to have to sacrifice here?
Yes.
I'm going to have to, we can't eat out anymore for the next 3 months so that we can use some of that money to recoup, because we didn't plan for that. But what a peace of mind in also knowing, hey, you don't have to necessarily sacrifice, or be worried, how am I going to make that bill now because I want to get gifts for my family? And I think for all of us, it's important to realize that while gifting is so of the heart and we love, to just share that with people, at the end of the day, if it puts you and yourself in a financial hardship, the greatest gift you can get your family, friends, or loved one is financial, stability.
Right. No one wants to get a gift to know that it put you in debt. That doesn't feel great.
It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good either.
Right. And so I'm sure there are people that will hear this and be like, yeah, it all sounds great, but I've done nothing so far. Would you say it's a good idea this year? I mean, they're going to have to spend money to start paying attention to how much they spend, where and how. And I think some of our tools, online banking, can help them figure out what categories and stuff they're spending in, right?
Yeah, the budgeting tool within online banking will tell you exactly where all your dollars are going currently. So you can, kind of almost put like a price tag on going forward. This is what I will have to start saving up for. Kind of like an average. You're not going to, down to the penny, be able to
each
narrow it down.
person's gift.
Correct, yes. But it will give you like a general gift fund, and maybe that will help you to be a little bit more in discipline next year when you then start shopping for everyone's gifts, of saying, well, I used to give them just, I don't know, for easy math, $100 gift card. Well, this time around, I think I'll just do, a $50 gift card. It's still a gift.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's
right. And our family started looking at, we used to do a gift card exchange.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it was like, we're basically each just handing each other $15 and saying, here you go.
Yeah.
But this is for a place that you might not even go to. So
Correct.
it became this thing, like, start looking at it. Maybe instead of that, it's you go out to dinner with that person and spend time together.
Correct.
And starting to look at how to reallocate those funds too.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, and I think, it makes giving and being generous more fun when it's been budgeted and planned and it's set, right?
That you're not stressing about
You're not, because it's amazing. Even when in the moment, it does give you that euphoric feeling of just joy and happiness to see the face of that loved one get that present and open it up, and it's so amazing. But then you go home, and then the next week, and you're like, oh man, I'm struggling to make ends meet now.
Yeah,
and it makes the fun of it go away that much quicker. Whereas like being like a cheerful giver, or being, just happy to be generous and have the means to, you got to be planned for that.
Yeah.
I'll never forget my first job at 18 was in the mall. I worked at a store, and I was like, I get money to spend for Christmas, and I also get a great discount here. And literally spent all of my money, all of it. And it came time for my tuition payment, and my parents were like, all right, it's time for your tuition, so where's your money? And I'm like, your presents. And they were like, okay, so now we're going to pay for our presents. So, I mean, it's something that when you have a giving heart, it's easy to be blinded by something and want to give it to them.
And I love how you said the giving heart, like giving gifts to some people, that's their love language. That's what fills them with all the joy, they put all these thoughts into, creating this beautiful gift that is going to touch your heart in so many ways and stuff. You also touched base on discounts. That to me, like, instantly, happy. Right? But discounts, like, this is the time now too. Okay, let's just say you did not save up for this year. So your hope is not all gone, right? Let's focus on that, of you didn't follow Aldina's lesson plan and save. Instead, right now, just to still get you through the next few months of this year and prepare for holiday spending, start looking at, what deals are out there right now. So if you know of someone in your family that is, a sucker for like certain, I don't know, electronics or whatnot, or certain brand and stuff, then start looking at those deals, because now with Black Friday coming on board, you can already start to save some money. So instead of paying full price for certain things, start paying attention to those sales price. And you don't have to wait all the way till December to buy that gift. You can already start now. Also, another thing is take advantage of cashback sites too. There's also one thing where you basically, if you love online shopping, then go, there is certain ones that we can mention if needed, but that you can just go online and get like 10% cash back on certain purchases that you make.
If you're an online shopper, there's plugins too, so that you can literally have it part of your browser. You type in the store you're looking for, and it will actually say, I know you're thinking you're going to get this at this store, but if you go to this store, it's $10 cheaper.
Yes.
Exactly.
It's
you
not
get
even a sale.
this
It's
much
just
percent cash back, plus on top of that, they even will tell you these are the current coupon codes that you can use and stuff. And then, of course, don't forget, if you are using your preferred credit card, you also get cash back on majority of those as well. But be very wise with your credit card purchases too.
And I would say also don't be glamorized by the credit cards that are, advertising. If you get one of these this holiday season, because remember, you're going to have to pay those later.
That's correct.
We don't want to see you crying in January, February, March.
Usually by like February generally is that's when reality kicks in for most people of, oh my goodness, what have I done? I have overspent, and now is where the stress is like almost suffocating, because you realize that I'm way above my head now at this point. So please, if anything, New Year's resolution, start, if you love gift giving, start in January, just to put aside money. And like I said, you're going to be celebrating things all throughout the year, and you should be budgeting and allocating your dollars towards any fun money really that you want to.
Well, and I want to touch on just a couple quick things too that you had said, Aldina, which was, first of all, for listeners to realize, the ability to have the holiday club. Maybe right now, I know I'm speaking more to me. I need to practice the discipline of saving. So maybe a holiday savings club, works best with me, at least for the first year, to start working the discipline.
Yeah.
And maybe for others out there that are listening, maybe that's the same for you. Maybe you just need to do it for a year and know, you don't want to have to, take a penalty if you have to take your money, but it's good to know if you absolutely emergency had to, it's not like completely locked. However, it also does force you to have that discipline to stay through until September, right? And that's when it does pay out the savings you've been contributing. But if then after that point you've kind of worked that discipline and you feel like we can move to what you've got, which is like a celebration account. And I think for listeners to know, at LMCU, our checking accounts, our savings accounts, there are sub accounts that you can create.
Correct.
Sub savings and sub checking and all that. And these sub savings accounts specifically have no fees or cost for more. So if you got 15 of them, there's no extra cost.
You can have 99 of them.
Yeah,
you can literally 99 on each account.
99 different.
Lauren, what are some examples of your sub savings accounts?
Oh my goodness. So I have, my children are 7 and 9.
Yeah.
I have wedding accounts for each of them.
There you go.
Wow.
I love it. I love it.
We have our insurance account. So like our property insurance, we have stuff there. We have taxes.
Yeah.
We have date night.
There you go.
Vacations.
These are just examples of what you can have out there that you're ultimately having these like side pockets of, I'm going to put a little bit of money in there and there and there. And then when that time comes, that money's already sitting there for me. I'm not stressing about it. So those little savings accounts, I just love them so much.
And it's awesome. We have the possibility to help you set up an electronic funds transfer. So when your automatic deposit hits, you can set a dollar amount that is triggered when you get that deposit in, and it will flop it over to that share. Now, a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to do an automatic monthly payment or transfer because what if I don't get paid? This is the perfect solve to that because it only goes when that deposit goes in.
Correct.
Which is so nice.
And it's amazing. So like that holiday club, the money, you're physically not even touching it yet. It automatically gets transferred over into that savings account. So that way, that work is already done for you.
Exactly.
It's you're already doing the discipline by allowing it to just automatically transfer into that savings account for you.
Well, and then I think lastly too, when you're talking about what we can do now in the immediate, if we haven't been saving, looking for those coupons and looking for those discounts and finding ways to, lessen the amount. There's so many
deals out there right now.
There are. Now, one thing I will say, just for maybe a different audience of listeners right now that are saying, hey, I am pretty disciplined, and hey, I have been doing a good job saving. Maybe I'm using the holiday, the club account, or maybe I'm, just using a sub savings like this, but I'm doing well and I've got the discipline and I've got the routine. That particular audience right now, you guys are in a perfect position to look at also reward cards, credit cards, because again, the whole point of this podcast is to make sure that we're being wise for your wallet. But we also want to make sure we're giving good, sound advice.
Yes.
If you are not a disciplined person right now financially and have struggled with credit cards, maybe that's not the best option for you in the immediate.
Yeah,
that doesn't mean that you can't get, train and work towards that. But those that are more disciplined, this is the prime opportunity to use those rewards points for the purchases that you've already budgeted for. So now you can use those reward points and get a kickback for you.
Yep. How rewarding is that?
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Literally rewarding.
It's so
literally rewards card.
Now, one last thing, and it's just a quick thing I wanted to just touch on before we kind of wrap up our time. But, you mentioned this is the season, and we've seen it now over, the last, honestly, 5 to 10 years where purchasing gifts are not the same as it's been in the past, where you'd go to a big box mall and you'd spend hours and all the. Now it's Cyber Mondays and electronic sales and
Prime Day
and all this other stuff. So there's a lot more e-purchases, which also does bring up the consideration, I think, for listeners during this upcoming season in the holidays to be mindful that there are increased fraud activities.
Yes,
definitely.
Right. The targeted, the predators out there are truly, they know this is the season where it's busy everyone's crazy, going, and it's easy to not pay attention.
Correct. A lot of people lose track of their bank accounts, their credit cards. Transactions are just coming and going because you're just so busy. You're preparing for gift giving.
Right.
Right.
And I would say, just to further kind of like support the fact of budgeting, planning, and having a bit of a proactive approach to spending, fraud becomes a lot harder when you already know what you've budgeted for. But when you don't have a plan, it's easy. It's amazing how fast your spending can go out of hand, and you don't even know. I guess I did buy that last week. I didn't remember that.
It all starts blending in together.
It does.
Yes.
And all of the sites are going to send you confirmations, emails. They're going to send you receipts and things like that to confirm purchases, shipments, things like that. All I would say for now, and we're going to do an episode on this.
Yes.
No, we're going to do an episode on this, hopefully either in December of 2023 or 2 now, or early into next year, where we're going to dive deep. We've never really done a full deep dive into fraud and understanding what can be done, what are things that you need to be aware of. But just want to raise the red flag for listeners right now during this upcoming busy season. Yeah. Please check your emails. Make sure you're
looking at your statements.
Yeah. Look, and they do a great job with these emails to match and make it look like it's from the company. And when you're getting all these emails because you're making several purchases, it feels like, oh, yep, that's that one. I know for a fact because LMCU does a really great job to keep our staff trained. They will send fake phishing emails as a test to make sure that we are aware as, in the industry. And I will say I have done really well, but the one that got me was they created what looked like a tracking email. Yeah. And I had just made a purchase from the exact same site the day prior. And I thought, I wonder what this was. And there's tracking information. And I didn't read it close, but if you really examine these emails, some of the biggest things to be aware of, spelling errors. If you see zeros instead of O's, big red flag, big red flag. So
big trend that we saw last year too was, on any of the social media platforms, there'll be advertisements of different vendors, stores, and most of them were not. They were just click trigger, please click here. And then they would guide you to something completely fraudulent. And there goes your credit card information. There goes just your identity information. And you won't ever get a product. I mean, it looks like you are purchasing something and you will never get it. So be careful when making those online purchases, especially through social media advertisements, that some of them are not
and check the fine print for saying, sometimes it'll actually say, we are not affiliated with XYZ store. And you're like, but you said you were in the ad. Disclaimers are disclaimers. It's like, we claimed this, but just kidding, we didn't.
The big thing really for now, just to keep yourself organized with your spending throughout the months, upcoming months, is to just pay attention to where exactly are you spending money and how much you're spending. And then if you're already stressing about it now, guess what? You might go through the same process next year. So to prevent that, maybe if you're someone who likes to write notes, write it all down.
I was going to say pen and paper, maybe.
Exactly. Write it all down and set yourself a reminder for next year. Or even just, if you like electronic notes, just go ahead, put it in your phone, and then maybe set it as a reminder for next year as well, to just kind of almost like a checklist. Hey, I'm not going to do these steps again next year.
Maybe just a list of the people you buy for, if it's for the holidays.
Yes, that too.
So then you can know, okay, I guess I can't do $25 a person.
So just
I can do 10.
Organized and more mindful of
and
timing.
I'll tell you, listeners, too, I'm sure some of you may have heard of some of these apps and whatnot, but there's a lot of not calculation, but I guess there's apps that will track your spending and will show you into categories what that is. Now, I will tell you, I have heard from others that they've been leery about maybe some of these because they're like, well, I got to put all my banking information in. And I am like, you're great that you're thinking about that because you don't want something to be fraud. But there are definitely reputable apps. I know Mint is one, but there are many others as well that do this. And it makes it so easy. You attach your accounts and it will just show up in there. It's separate to your online banking. You can obviously look at online banking as well and see the transactions, but this will put into categories. And I think you're spot on. I love that idea. Hey, maybe it's after, the first couple, like maybe after Black Friday and Thanksgiving, you've done your spending, take a peek, see how much you've already spent and what you did, and realize, oh, that's more than I maybe realized it was. But being more mindful so that in the future you can plan more accordingly.
Yeah. And maybe January 1st, we have our budget tool. It's not always perfect. It doesn't always put it in the correct categories. Maybe in January you start making sure you go through and reallocate each month so that you have a full, very accurate year of your budget.
One thing that just came to mind too, please do me a favor when you do sign up for all of these online transactions that you're doing, and they automatically are going to subscribe you to their email chain and all of that. To be disciplined starting in January, then please unsubscribe from all of those, because the moment they continue sending you, hey, we have a sale on this and that, if you are trying to fix a behavior that maybe was happening throughout this year, start unsubscribing from those and not having that temptation to click on that upcoming sale. No, you want to start saving.
Why are you talking directly to me? There's way
I'm
more
looking in
people
your cell.
here. Okay, don't do that.
So just self-discipline again.
Yes.
And again, I will say too, if listeners, you're out there and you're like, man, I'm ready to finally make some steps towards
put me in, coach.
I'm ready to be a little bit more financially secure. And I'm ready to be a little more financially disciplined, but I'm not sure I know all the right steps and moves to go. We say it on every podcast, but we truly mean it. Head into one of our branches. We have incredible branch staff who will be happy and would love to sit down and even just work out a simple budget with you. And I've said it many times before, you don't even have to be an LMCU member to come into one of our branches and start up a conversation about your budget. We are here to help our communities, regardless on whether or not you're a member with us or not. But you might find yourself pleasantly surprised when you do stop in.
Exactly.
So many great resources.
It's the highlight of our day oftentimes.
It is.
That one-on-one person helping a person.
Exactly.
And none of us have our budgets together. So
I
there's
do.
always
Speak
room
for
for
yourself.
improvement, Laura.
Right?
So there's always going to be a start, and you can just get better at it day by day.
Yeah. Wow. Well, again, we are so happy to have you on the show, and I think we'll be definitely having you on a little bit more often.
Thank you.
Yes, please.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I'll tell you this, though. Don't go anywhere yet.
No.
Because
I've got some trivia for you.
That's right. It's that time of the show where we get to find out if you are smarter than the show's trivia.
Oh my goodness.
It's okay. You're going against Brett. It's not that hard.
Oh, okay. Then we're good.
Don't even, nothing to fret.
I'm ready.
That's right. So let's kind of go over kind of the rules here.
It's been a minute. She's got mom brain. So
That's right. That's right.
Make it easy, please.
So again, our Smarter Than the Show trivia allows you the opportunity to win some money for a nonprofit that we support at LMCU. Obviously, each podcast we have $50 on the table. But again, not to worry, if you don't win, that $50 will be then added to the pot for next episode.
Okay.
So no matter what, someone wins. So let's get right to it. The rules, super simple. So Lo's going to read a question to both of us, and then whoever buzzes in with their name will have a chance to answer.
Okay.
But if you get it wrong, or if I get it wrong, the other person has a chance to steal the point.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Whoever gets the most points after 3 questions, pending a tiebreaker if needed, wins. So let's do this.
Let's do it.
$50 is on the table.
yes, we started fresh.
That's right.
We started fresh. So I told Aldina before we started recording that if she wanted to beat you, that'd be great, because then I don't have to go back on the hot seat.
Sure.
So-
That seems fair.
Let's do it.
So I thought it was pretty cool, the theme that we had going on today. So I've decided to kind of stick with it for our trivia today. So all of these are U.S. statistics.
Okay.
Say that 10 times fast. U.S. statistics.
Statistics.
So the first one is going to be, what is the average holiday spending on gifts in the U.S. of A? So I'm saying as an individual or a household, average household spending on gifts.
And is it whoever's closest? Or are we gonna
This
do
is, whoever's closest, of course.
Okay.
I don't think if you get a spot on,
Is it-
then you just win, I think.
Is it like Price is Right rules that you got to be
Yes.
over or under? Can't be over. You got to be under.
Can't
Okay.
be over.
Okay.
All right, Bob.
Aldina. I'm going to say somewhere around like 1,500.
That is over.
Oh, okay.
In my head, I've had $850. But because it's Price is Right, I got to go $851.
So you are closest without going over.
Oh.
The national average is $997.73.
Wow,
Really?
good to know.
That
Good to
73
know.
cents is probably because of tax. So,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Good job, Brett.
Thank you.
Wow.
We are
I
one
read
to the
an article
show.
that was somewhere in the 900s.
All right. This is another fun one.
Yeah.
Because when we think holiday, we think about the winter holidays, but there's a lot more holidays that we spend money on. So according to the National Retail Federation, what USA holiday had the second highest total sales in 2019? So I went pre-pandemic with this because it's changed so much since then. So
Can you
in
reread
2019,
the ending?
what U.S. holiday had the second highest total sales? So we're talking in all of America, second highest. So just to put things out there, some of the choices are like Labor Day, 4th of July, Valentine's Day. I don't even know.
Biggest.
Mother's Day, Father's Day.
Aldina.
Nice.
I am going to say 4th of July.
That is incorrect. Which is wild because I thought like fireworks.
Yeah,
Right.
I guess that's
Right.
where.
But
my
maybe
mind was
they're
going.
not. Yeah, I don't know.
Second biggest holiday spending.
I can't really think of any other one besides.
I'm going to say Halloween.
That's a good guess, but it is incorrect.
Oh, see, I'm thinking all the makeup and the costumes.
Yeah,
and let's face it.
Are we
they
overthinking it?
overpricing
It's
these.
that is high on the list. I wish I would have written all of them down. Well, so for the winter holidays, it's $718.6 billion the U.S. spends,
Holy. Wow.
and the next highest is Labor Day.
What?
All them Labor Day sales, come on down.
Okay,
get
I mean,
yourself a
that
washer,
does-
dryer,
But also,
trailer to take it home.
last hurrah trips, I think, is a big one too. So they're taking into
that's
Okay.
their
That's a good point.
hotel stays,
Yes.
cottage stays,
Okay.
things like that.
Okay.
And it's 26.2 billion. So the difference between
It's
those is wild.
massive, but still.
Right behind that is Mother's Day at 25 billion.
Okay.
And
Yeah. We gotta
Valentine's
appreciate
Day.
it.
Moms,
Yep,
daughters,
all
and
these
sons.
Hallmark holidays then. So then Valentine's Day with 20.7 billion.
Okay.
My
So-
second guess was going to be St. Patrick's Day, but
Yeah.
it's-
Yeah.
we didn't include Ireland in that mix, so
Right.
it's different. I'm just kidding.
So
I
that
love
question
you.
was a 0, null and void.
Okay.
No,
We've got Brett with 1, Aldina with none.
Okay.
Aldina
But
needs
she's
this to tie.
she's gonna take it here.
I am.
So as of 2022, what percentage of Americans have less than $1,000 in savings? And this will be again closest without going over. What percentage have less than 1,000 in savings?
Brett, why don't you go first this time?
I like your strategy. Okay, Brett. Here's the thing. I want to wish or hope that the number or percentage is low. But sadly, I have a feeling it's higher than any of us would like it to
Right.
be. I'm going to go with 22%.
All right. That is not over. So
Oh,
God, I wish it was.
It's not over.
it's not over. So
You said 22%.
Mm-hmm.
it could be higher than that, could be lower than that.
Okay. Realistically speaking, I'm gonna just it's a random number, but I think it's closer to probably like 38%.
You, my dear, are the closest without going over.
Oh.
Unfortunately, it's 42%.
Oh, wow.
But we have a lot of hand-to-mouth families, I think,
Yes.
and so that's something that unfortunately is forgotten all too often.
Yes.
So we
Yeah.
did tie it up here, though.
Okay.
That's right.
Very
we did.
good.
Good job.
And I think Aldina might have a leg up on this next one,
Oh,
but we'll
great.
see.
Oh, boy.
What is the average age Americans begin saving? Like actually having a saving account, whether it be for retirement or other. What is the average age? Again, closest without going over.
Aldina,
Yeah.
I'm going to say 23.
Okay, that is not over. Mr. Brett.
I'm going to say 27.
So you are closest without going over, Brett.
no way.
So Brett just won it. He's going to hang on to that hot seat. And it's 31.
Okay.
Wild.
Wow.
So I was doing some calculation.
well done.
Yeah.
If you start saving at 31 and it's just for retirement, you will be saving, if you make between 60 to 80,000 a year, you'll have to save your entire paycheck. If that's when you start and you want to retire at 65.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That is insane.
So for all of you listeners out there, start your kids out.
Start at 23.
Start at 23. Better yet, as you have kids, start them at 5. And give them that great gift. Start a savings account for a child.
Right. It's amazing, that compounding interest, man.
It really is.
Well,
it really is.
Aldina, I'm so sorry.
I'm going to be back.
That was fun.
Be back.
You're going to be back, and there's going to be some vengeance on the line.
Yes.
I love it.
I'm just a little rusty, you guys. Okay.
Yeah, it's mom brain. Totally forgiven.
Yeah.
Well, it was fun.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be able to
You
now
probably love
play...
playing that sound when you win.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Especially all this.
The clapping. Yeah.
Thank you. Stop. No, thank you.
He's like taking autographs over here.
Exactly.
Right.
Jeez.
They should never give me sound effects on a board. I will.
Right.
Anyway. Well, Aldina, thank you so much for playing and
you.
just being a great sport. And then, of course, all the great advice that you've been able to, provide for us. So, again, listeners, stay tuned and listen for any updates. If you haven't already, subscribe,
Send us some
share
love.
us.
Comment.
That's right.
Comment. How old did you start when you were saving?
Oh,
I
that's
love
a
that.
really good question.
I would really like to know.
Absolutely. So, well, excellent. Again, be sure to check us out. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. We've got YouTube,
iHeartRadio, Spotify.
We're on it all.
All over the place.
Man. But as always, we want to just wish everyone some happy holidays.
Happy budgeting, happy spending, happy saving.
Yeah, exactly.
All those.
Give us a call. Stop in the branch. We're happy to help. So anyway,
Peace out.
ta-ta for now.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. The information provided in this podcast by Lake Michigan Credit Union is general education or marketing in nature and is not intended to be accounting, legal, tax, investment, financial, or other advice. Statements of individuals are their own, not LMCU's. All topics discussed are information of a general nature and do not address the circumstances of any particular individual or entity. Consult an appropriate professional concerning your specific situation. As of the date of publishing and any future date this podcast is broadcast, all rates, fees, payments, or other specific figures discussed are subject to change and are dependent upon your specific financial situation. All loan products discussed are subject to credit and collateral approval. You alone assume the sole responsibility of evaluating the merits and risks associated with the use of any information or other content in the podcast before making any decisions based on such information or other content. In exchange for listening to the podcast, you agree not to hold LMCU, its affiliates, or any third-party service providers liable for any possible claim for damages arising from any decision you make based on information or other content made available to you through the podcast. For more information on any of the content discussed in this podcast, please visit lmcu.org. Copyright Lake Michigan Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender. LMCU, NMLS ID number 442967.